Three, two, one. What's up, everybody? This is Mike, and this is another episode of Hammered. Hey, what's up, Laura? How you doing?
How's it going?
Another day, another $50.
Oh, you make that here?
I mean, don't be trying to get a raise. I know that's what you're doing.
I didn't even clock in. I'm not salaried.
Well, you know this is not a paying job.
Yeah,
so this is strictly volunteer, but I do appreciate it.
Voluntold.
All right. Hey, so, we went down to Florida a couple of weeks ago, and we were enjoying some of that great Florida weather for a whole day. It was a Friday. We had some good weather, and we went to this cute little bar on the coast. Where were we at? Fernandina Beach?
Fernandina Beach and Amelia Island.
Amelia Island. And we were chilling at the Salt Life Bar and Grill. And we heard this young lady singing. And the song that got me was when she sang the Whitney Houston cover, I Will Always Love You. And I was like, wait a second, hold on. This girl's got a powerful voice. And I was like, man, she can't be no older than 18. There's no way. And she's singing like this. And, I had to get her on the podcast. So without further ado, we have Miss Godiva. Where are you at? You in Jacksonville?
I am. I'm in the north side of Jacksonville.
From Jacksonville, Florida, we got Miss Godiva. Yeah. So how are you?
Hi there. I'm great. How are you doing?
We are doing great here in North Carolina. Enjoying this crappy weather we've been having. I'm so jealous of your weather right now.
Yeah, the idea of going to Florida was to escape this for a hot minute, and it did not. It followed us here.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Well, there's so many good things about Florida right now, and I really want that weather. I just want to go on my boat. We need it.
Send it our way, Godiva.
Yes. Send us all the good vibes up here. So, hey, let's talk about your music. So, first off, how long have you been singing?
I've been singing for 10 years. I started when I was 8.
8? Oh, cool.
Yeah.
How did you realize you could sing? You were just...
Oh, it's actually a pretty funny story. When I was 8 and I was singing around the house, little songs here and there. And my parents, they were listening. They were thinking, wow, she's actually on pitch and she's actually not bad. So they put me in the Jacksonville Children's Chorus when I was turning 10. And I did that for 3 years. And after that, I kind of continued on with singing. I did pageants, and that's kind of where it all started. So
now, pageants, tell us about that. How many did you do? Did you win any?
Oh, gosh. It was a long time ago. I probably did 5 or 6 of them. And I kept winning the talent competitions because I would sing, but the pageant itself wasn't exactly really my speed. Yeah. It was super fun, super good learning experience, and I would totally do one again. But I found myself really enjoying the talent competitions more than the pageant itself. So I started looking for different avenues to just sing, and that kind of led me through a bunch of different rabbit holes to here, which I can go into if you want.
Oh yeah, we definitely want to hear more. You kind of got hooked into singing because you were in a child music video or something like that, and you would just get caught up in the hustle and bustle of the business, and you were like, this is me. I got
roped into it from day one. I've been here since day one. So yeah, I was 8 or 9, and I was introduced to this woman named Mrs. Kate Carpenter. She's a folk singer for kids, and she's from Callahan. And she was having this audition for this music video movie. And I auditioned, and I got picked to be in it, and it's called Hugga Bugga Boo. And we were singing, doing dancing and stuff, and I was little. And that's kind of where I got started, and I continued to work with her. I was a roadie for her all over Florida when I was 11 and 12. and I was on several of her CDs and one of her music videos. So I worked with her for years after, and she really is what launched me. Because now that I think about it, yeah, she was before Jacksonville Children's Chorus, and that's kind of one of the branches into that.
So you were in a it was a music video, or was it like a whole program, Hugga Bugaboo?
It was a music video movie, so it was like longer than an average music video. And it featured a lot of her songs from whatever album she was doing at the time. And gosh, I can't remember the name of the album. But yeah, it had like the music video to each song, but it was one big long music video, and it just kind of kept rolling like a show.
Wasn't it Lightning Bug Lullabies?
I think that one was an album after.
Oh, okay.
I think the actual album is called Hugga Bugaboo, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I'm looking at your About section on your website right now, so I'm getting my info from there. You have been busy since 2013. I mean, 2013, 14, 15, you got stuff going on. 16, you were crowned in Miss Liberty and Miss American Co-ed Sunshine State Pageant. What was that? Wow.
Do I remember? That's the question.
Tell us about it. I mean, like, I'm sure you I don't know. You have to remember like your big pageant wins, right? If I did, I know I would. You got the trophies and stuff?
I have the trophies all mounted up on this wall over here.
Oh, cool.
And over on this wall. I have them mounted all over. Which pageant was it that you just said?
Miss Liberty, Miss American Co-ed Sunshine State Pageant. Yeah.
I believe I placed in the actual pageant. I think I placed where I won I think that's the one where I won the talent competition for nationals.
No, it says you won the talent competition, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was.
What was your go-to song? Did you have like one that you were like, this is like my go-to, this is the one that's totally gonna win it? What is it?
Oh, for a competition, competitive singing is a lot different than just like gigging. But when I was doing competitive singing, the songs I would do really kind of varied on the place I was doing, the genre, the people that were going to be there. Because if there's a certain audience, you're going to have to adjust your genre and adjust, different things for different people in different places. But a few of the songs I won with were, gosh, I've been doing this for so much, it's hard to remember a lot of the things I've done. But I did Think of Me from Phantom of the Opera was when I won that talent competition. I sang opera. Wow. And that was crazy. I had a voice teacher at the time, and she and I were working through that because I'd never sang opera before, but I decided to pick that and kind of challenge myself. And I sang opera and I won. And then a few years ago, last year and the year before, I did a competition called Southside Idol. And in that competition, the first year I sang Crying by Roy Orbison. I sang a few different songs. I think I sang How Great Thou Art, and I placed third in the whole competition. Then this past year, I did another one, and I sang House of the Rising Sun, Somebody to Love by Queen. Which
I love that song, actually.
Yeah. Me and the band were actually really excited about that. The band that was there for the competition, they were super excited about that song, and we made a really fun arrangement for it and everything. And that was really cool.
Your voice is all over the place. You sing so many different genres. It's
I know.
From like soul to Johnny Cash to Can you sing Pearl Jam? Shock me.
Can I sing what?
Pearl Jam.
Pearl Jam? I don't know what that is.
Oh my God.
She's so young. And you're so old.
I am so young.
Oh. Okay.
I turned 18 like a month ago.
She's so young.
You know what? I'm not used to somebody saying who's Pearl Jam. So I'm sorry. And my daughter's 16 and she loves Pearl Jam, but she, of course.
Well, I'll have to check it out.
I'm going to send you a video. Yeah.
Do
it's
it.
Gonna be good. Yeah, I'll tag you. But yeah, Pearl Jam's pretty good. But but you sing like Whitney Houston, Johnny Cash, Sarah Bareilles, House of the Rising Sun. You got some Righteous Brothers. Your voice is all over. Wow. What's your favorite genre?
My favorite genre?
Yeah.
Rock.
Rock?
Hard rock, alt rock, anything that's rock and roll, period.
Right
End of
on.
story. Favorite genre.
Well, who's your favorite
Yeah.
rock artist?
Probably Shinedown, Breaking Benjamin, Volbeat, which is a Dutch band.
I love Volbeat. Yeah.
You love Volbeat too?
I love
Oh
Volbeat.
my God.
So look, check this
Volbeat
out.
is so good.
A few years back, I drove from Raleigh to Atlanta to see Metallica. Volbeat opened
Really?
for Metallica, and I actually like Volbeat better than I like Metallica.
Oh my God, that's
yeah.
so cool.
God, what's that one song they got? Black Rose? Is that it?
Yes.
I love that song.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Okay. You know what? You made up for Pearl Jam there a little bit. You know.
Thank you.
know Pearl Jam,
Thank
right,
you.
Laura? Yeah.
Are you actively trying to insult me?
Of course not. Of course not.
Always.
So you do these gigs at bars and grills, restaurants. How long have you been doing that?
About 2 years. I was doing competitive singing and chorus about 4 or 5 years ago, and I did this one competition called Oh Say Can You Sing in summer of 2018, I believe, and I made it on TV because the end of the competition, if you make it to the finals, you were on television. Through that competition, I met people who knew kind of how to get into the restaurants and the bars and all of that, the gigging venues essentially. And through those people, I started gigging with a few different groups of other kids that were doing what I'm doing. Then eventually I branched off and started doing my own thing because my genre was a little different. And now I kind of do everything on my own. And I'm now in a show called Forever Johnny Cash Tribute as June, which I love. It's super fun. And I've got a show coming up April 3rd for that, this coming Saturday.
Tell me more about this Johnny Cash show. Like, is it a play type thing, like a musical, or?
It's not a musical. It's the theater production of the Johnny Cash show, but it's also incorporating other artists from Sun Records. And it's got like, it basically opens with Johnny Cash, like the tribute, and then it starts branching off into other genre that is the same, other artists in the same genre and the same record label. And it's super fun, super upbeat, really good. It's basically mixing the old in with the new, and it's the theater production of Johnny Cash. So,
well, did you have to audition for that? Did you have to compete with other people for that audition? Or
I did. Yeah? I did. Believe it or not, kind of. The creator of it, he saw me singing at Mudville Grill in Jacksonville, and he thought, oh my God, I need to put her in my show or have her open for my show. And eventually
that's what happened here.
We started working together, and now I'm in the show. So.
Look, that's the same thing that happened here. I looked at Laura, I was like, oh my God, I got to have her in my show. Yeah, you keep singing live venues. You never know who you're going to run into, right? Or who's going to see you.
Exactly. I meet new people all the time. No. Here we are.
Yeah,
here we are.
Yeah.
Which leads me to my next question. So you live in Jacksonville, correct?
Yes.
How did you make your way to Amelia Island?
I actually, I go to Fernandina kind of like for fun because I live closer to Fernandina than you'd think. It's kind of a straight shot there, and my mom and I go down there to shop sometimes, and we found Salt Life, and I knew that there were people that were performing there, so I went up and I introduced myself, talked to the manager, and was like, hey, I'm a performer, if you ever want to hire me, yada, yada, yada. So they brought me on, and now I get different gigs there, multiple gigs there a month. And that's kind of how I did it. I just went in there and was like, hey, I sing. You can hire me if you want. So that's basically how I went.
Yeah. Maybe, Florida is pretty much wide open, I guess, as far as like pandemic stuff. You still have to wear a mask in certain venues. I mean, we went to Florida. I was like, oh God, we get to take our masks off for a while, but you still got to wear them in some places. But venues, when people start going, that place should have been packed. But I guess it's the season 2. It was still winter when we were there.
It was still very early in the season when we went. It was cold. If I had known it was going to be so cold, we would not have gone.
This past weekend, both nights I played were packed. Like, so packed I couldn't even really get my food packed because it was warm. So,
good.
Yeah.
Well,
all about the weather.
What's the largest crowd you think you've ever played to?
I played in Lake City for this Christmas festival, and there were probably 1,500 people there within earshot.
Wow. Were you nervous?
And no, it was fun because the stage was really big. There were quite a few people around, but it wasn't so much of a focused show. Not everybody was there specifically to hear me. They were all just kind of around, and then people would come congregate. So it was an in and out flow of different people, which was kind of a calming factor for me. The biggest show I'm about to do is the one coming up on Saturday. Is going to have the most people. And that one is a little nerve-wracking. I'm not going to lie to you because it's 2-hour show, and it's everybody paid to come see our show. And it's going to be so fun. I'm super excited. But there's always that pressure of, holy crap, there's so many people, you know?
Yeah.
But I love it. I live for it. So.
How much rehearsal goes into that show?
Holy crap.
All of the rehearsal.
A lot of rehearsal. Hours, long hours that I honestly love it because, you know.
Are you going to school right now? Are you in college?
I'm homeschooled.
Homeschool. Oh,
yeah,
well,
I'm finishing up senior year on Florida Virtual School.
Oh, okay. Well, I was going to say that kind of makes it better to juggle both careers here, school and singing. So what's your end? Of course, I pretty much know the answer to this, but I'm going to ask you anyway. What's your end game with this? What are you hoping to get out of your musical talents?
That's a question I've been asked a lot, and it's changed throughout the years. But my answer as of now, my end goal is really just to get my music out there, get people who want to listen to it and share my message, which is, my message is really just calm, fun, vibes, music. I love music. That's the end goal for me, is the music. And because of that, I'm not as active on social media as a lot of other people, a lot of other big up and coming artists, which I'm going to start working on more. And my social media is going to get more, worked on. And basically the end game for me is just to enjoy the music and share it with people. So,
well, I tell you what, let's go ahead and do that. Let's get your music out there. How about we're going to play Burn, your original. This? Tell me, what's the song about?
This song, I co-wrote this song, but I originally wrote it about a friend of mine who it basically fell through. And it's one of those things where there's like a lot of emotions attached to it. There's a lot of, it's hard to explain. It sounds like a breakup song, but it's really kind of, for me personally, the end of a friendship to this guy. So that's what it's about.
Not a true story, is it? Or,
it is.
It is? Oh, okay. Well, that makes a good song when it comes from the heart. Right, Laura?
Yeah, it comes straight from right here.
All right. Without further ado, here it is. Godiva's Burn.
Hey, pretty boy, does she keep you warm at night? When you meet her eyes, are you satisfied? Hey, pretty boy, does she keep you safe and sound? When I'm not around, are you satisfied? 'Cause I'm down here in the Florida sun, got some fears from your hit and run. 3 weeks in, had me feeling safe, but one day in and it's all red flag now. It's something that I can't afford. Poor pretty boy knocking at my door. telling me that things have changed, but I'm telling him that it's too late. So you weren't ready for this. I won't settle for a heartbreak, for a heartbreak. Truth be told, you were dangerous, and now I know the flames I'm playing with can burn, babe. So let 'em burn, baby. Cold weather love is a fickle thing, my dear. And when you're not here, I'm warm enough. I'd be a liar if I said I need you now, 'cause I don't need you now. There's nothing to discuss, 'cause I'm down here in the Florida sun. Got some fears from your hit and run. 3 weeks in, had me feeling safe, but one day in and it's all red flag now. It's something that I can't afford. Poor pretty boy knocking at my door. He's telling me that things have changed, but I'm telling him that it's too late. So you weren't ready for this. I won't settle for a heartbreak, for a heartbreak. Truth be told, you were dangerous, and now I know the flames I'm playing with can burn, babe. So let 'em burn, baby. Truth be told, I was sold and nothing more than your cologne. And as you told, was it all worth it? Now you're on your own, I'm doing me now. You weren't ready for this. I won't settle for a heartbreak, for a heartbreak. Truth be told, you were dangerous, and now I know the flames I'm playing with can burn, babe. So let 'em burn, baby. You weren't ready for this. I won't settle for a heartbreak, for a heartbreak. Truth be told, you were dangerous, and now I know the flames I'm playing with can burn, babe. Let 'em burn, babe.
So that's your first. That's a pretty professional shot video too. So are you with a company or something, or what's going on?
Yes, I work with a company called Birdflower Productions, and he does all of my videography as of right now. He's also kind of become one of my musical and career mentors throughout the years, 3 years that I've known him. And he shot that. And my manager, who is also my mother, she is kind of the creative director of the video, as well as me. And all three of us worked on it together and made that. So
It's
kind of amateur video, but I liked it a lot. And it came out pretty
better
awesome considering.
when there's like fewer minds at work putting together a piece like that, because it's, number one, it stays more true to you. It's much more personalized and catered to the message that you want to send. And it doesn't get muddied by all these other opinions and personalities of wanting to make it something else. So I think it's great. 3 great minds coming together to keep it really true and really raw.
Thank you. Yeah, I think the same way as well.
Oh, wow. Look at y'all. I
What
got
do you,
nothing.
What do you keep me around here for? So I guess the only thing I want to know is, what are you doing when you're not singing?
School.
That's it. If you're not, singing's got to be a full-time job almost when you're as talented as you are.
If you count all of the rehearsal, all of the practice, all of the learning songs, working on social media, working on releasing, going into the studio and recording, there's so many aspects, so many different things that are kind of like the spider web, and the gigs are just one corner of it. So all of it is kind of spread out. So when I'm not actively singing, I'm working on it or I'm practicing. And then when I'm not doing any of that, I like to go out with my friends be a normal teenage girl sometimes. And I actually, I like plants a lot. So I kind of do a little bit of plant husbandry, if you will.
Oh, yeah. Laura's a green thumb, too.
Yeah.
She loves the plants.
I do love my
I
little
have
plant
them
babies.
all over, different plants, and I have a little nursery for them too. So.
Aww. Do you do just florals, or do you have any anything producing, like any vegetables or fruits, berries?
I used to have a vegetable garden, and it was thriving, and then that was a while ago, and I was working so much I couldn't keep up with it. But now I really do a lot of cacti, succulents, different house plants, ivy. I like ivy a lot, and different kinds of vine plants. So I'm working on propagating those, and I've got a few really good propagations going. So
Good for you.
inside my life kind of deal with my plants. You know?
Okay, so I'm going to be that person. What the hell does propagate mean?
Do you want to tell him, or do you want me to take
It's
this
some
one?
kind of term for growing
I
plants.
can tell him if you want.
No, please do. I think it's a little sweeter for me for this beautiful young teenage girl to explain to this grown-ass man what propagating is.
I'm sorry. It just never been a part of my life to propagate anything.
Well, welcome. Get propagating.
I'm listening.
Yes. So propagation means to take a piece of a plant that has a nodule or any type of root node in it, put it in water or dirt or whatever, and it will, some plant species will continue to grow. They'll like sprout roots or pups or whatever the different species of plant is going to produce if you continue to propagate, process of making it grow. So it's basically regrowing it without a seed.
Oh, kind of like a bulb?
Yeah.
Maybe? Yeah.
Something like that,
How about
I guess.
that?
Yeah,
Kind of.
Smart.
Well,
No.
Propagation 101 for dummies, yeah.
So she'll buy me a plant or something, and knowing right well I don't have time to take care of it. So it'll
I
just
barely
like,
have time to take care of mine.
so 2-3 weeks later it's dead. I'm like, I told you, don't buy me a
Yeah.
plant.
I'm just gonna get you a succulent now. Literally, if you water it, they'll die. They're so dramatic. Like
They are so dramatic.
if you just put it down and ignore it, and it's perfectly happy that way.
It's like a
I
cactus.
learned that the hard way.
Yeah.
Well, a succulent is a cactus, darling.
Okay, so how did you get into plants? I'm curious. Like, just how? Is it just something?
My grandfather.
Your grandfather? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
he's a huge gardener. He has basically a tropical forest in his backyard. And he would always like show me his like vegetables that he's growing. He's got fruit trees and different plants and stuff. And I always found it fascinating. So we go out whenever I go over to his house. He's like, here, let me show you this cilantro I'm growing, or you got to come check out this plant that I got. And then he'll give me plants and I'll be like, hey, I grew such and such that you gave me 2 weeks ago. It's kind of a thing I've got with my grandfather, that we grow plants together.
I love that. First of all, that's goals. All I want is a tropical, lush garden in my backyard.
It's amazing, and it's around his pool. So he's got trees and plants around his pool. So
Yeah, that's exactly the life I'm envisioning for myself. A pool surrounded by plants.
Listen, that's Florida life. That's Florida life. You can't get that here in North Carolina.
Well, I did that once. Like, I lived in Florida once, and I tried to make that happen in my Florida backyard, and it still didn't happen. So I don't know.
Have you got a
he
poem?
works on it all the time.
What was that? I'm sorry.
He works on it all the time. Like when he's not working, he's working on his plants. Like if you're at his house, he's in his yard working on plants. So I don't know. That's just the way he is. Cool.
I like that though.
But, you know, it's like we were out and about last night, and we went to Home Depot, and she sees the plant department over there, and she makes a comment. And I'm thinking to myself, yep,
Here we go
every
again.
year I get that green thumb, and I go out and I plant some flowers, and I end up running over them with the lawnmower, and then just they die, and yeah.
You didn't even do it last year. I did it last year, and it was
Somebody always does it.
Well, it
And
was beautiful. And then you were like, I need a shed. And then you dug it up and you never built a shed. So RIP to my garden.
well, the shed's still
Wow.
coming.
The truth comes out.
Yes.
In case anyone tries to spin this another way.
I'm not even going to say anything else about it.
Darling.
I still need a shed and no more flowers. So have you got any siblings?
I do. I have 3 younger brothers.
Are they musically talented too, or did you get it all?
About that.
You can say it. It's okay.
2 of them hate music. Well, one of them hates music.
Oh,
The
boy.
middle one is completely indifferent. The youngest one is the one I spent the most time with in his impressionable years, and he loves music. So he's kind of one of those musical people, but he's more of an actor. He's like really into acting and dancing and like cameras and hi, I'm fantastic. That's how my youngest brother is. He's great. I love him. I love all 3 of them. They're amazing. But the other 2 have different interests. They're not really into music.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah. I got the youngest one while he was young enough to care.
are they into sports? They the athletic type, or?
My oldest younger brother did gymnastics for 6 years, and he was crazy good at it. And he ended up quitting for different reasons. And the middle brother, he is a pyromaniac.
Oh, he's in the fire.
He wants to be a firefighter. He loves fire.
Oh, cool. Well, I mean,
He's a redhead too.
that's a good. I mean, we need our first responders. I'm one myself, so
Yes.
first responders are a way to go.
Well, I'm thinking he's going to grow up to do pyrotechnics for your concert. So
Ooh,
that's
that
my
too.
thought.
Ooh, I'm gonna tell him that. That's
Yeah.
smart.
I have just
I
laid the
love it.
groundwork for y'all's like future together in
Yeah.
in the musical business. So he doesn't have to like music at all, but he's definitely going to light your stage up.
Oh, I can see it now. You coming out from under the stage, on that little elevator and pyro just all over the place. Oh, yeah. I mean,
I love it. That's great.
so you mentioned earlier you were in some contests. You were Southside Idol. Is it? I'm taking that's like a Florida thing, spin on American Idol.
Yeah. It's a small competition in Lake City. And it's really fun. It's a really good competition. I learned a lot. Did it 2 years in a row. You basically do the auditions. If you get through, then you're in the actual competition, and you sing 3 songs, and then they judge it. And if you're in the top 5, you get a prize, kind of deal. So
Well, have you ever tried out for any of the big shows? The Voice,
I
American
did
Idol?
actually.
How was
I
that?
did.
Tell us about it.
When I was 13, I tried out for America's Got Talent. I went to one of the calls there. They were having it at one of the colleges, I think. They were hosting it. And so I went along with 10 other people in the room, and there was one guy that was judging, and each person got up and sang about a minute. And then he sent us out. And if he / the people that were judging liked you or liked what you did, they would call you back for a second or whatever. I didn't get called back. And no one else in my section did either. So none of us made it through, but there were a lot of talented people, and just like those 10 people, it was crazy. And as for The Voice, I did The Voice as well this past year. But it was over video call because of COVID. I got through the first little section. They called me back, and then I did make it past the second one. So that's kind of how it went.
Well, I think doing it over Zoom is it's not the same, right? You need to be
No.
in person to do it. That's how you experience the power of someone's voice, I'm thinking.
I had to submit
there's an
videos.
energy totally missing when we're not in your presence. So I think you were robbed. I'll just throw that out there.
Thank you.
Robbed.
Well, I personally think you don't really need those shows. They're fine and all. I mean, gets your name out there. But, I mean, if you got talent, you got talent. And, I mean, I think, you meet the right person somewhere at a show, they'll listen to you and be like, hey, let's sign this label. Let's do some songs. That's how it works, right? I mean,
For that. I'm waiting for it.
what's that?
I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for that person, that moment, you know?
Oh God, you're still young though. You're 18. You still got your whole life ahead of you. So, and you just turned 18, right?
Yeah.
Like what, 4 weeks ago or something like that.
Mm-hmm. February
Happy
26th.
birthday.
Thank you. Thank you. Funny enough, I share my birthday with Johnny Cash, and
What?
it's actually announced in our show. Well, the past 2 ones that we did, that my birthday is the same as Johnny Cash's, which is pretty funny.
That is. Oh,
I
wow.
don't think that's a coincidence.
Yeah. Here's you and you with your like superstitions again.
I'm just saying.
Oh,
like
Lord.
some of the most soulful artists out there are Pisces, and that's not
Period.
exactly. That's not just like one of my one-off observations. Like that's a fact. Like Pisces feel things differently, and they have to express themselves differently as a result. So they typically become incredibly soulful and emotional singers and songwriters. So I'm just over here saying, like, that's not a coincidence. You made
Pisces
Johnny
power.
Cash's incarnate here.
Pisces power.
Pisces.
Yeah, and he passed away the same year I was born, so
Is that even, that's, how are you just going to call that a coincidence? So I'm just here to say we have Johnny Cash's incarnate here.
I mean, you believe in that, right? Reincarnation, and yeah.
I do.
I mean, maybe he just his soul left his body at the same time, jumped right into Godiva's.
All right, now you're just being weird.
I don't know.
Quit. Now you just took it to a really weird level.
No,
I love it.
I mean, well, what month did Johnny Cash die?
I'm not sure.
That's a great
No.
question. Ooh.
Because what if he died on the same day she was born? Then it could happen.
That
Well, he
means he
would've
would have died on his birthday.
Then that would be weird.
That's sad.
Isn't it?
What a shitty way to spend your birthday.
What's your favorite Johnny Cash song, Godiva?
Walk the Line.
Walk the
Or
Line?
Cocaine Blues. I like Cocaine Blues too because it's funny. Walk the Line is probably my favorite one because I actually performed that at my shows on my own. I did like a little acoustic spin on it.
I believe you did cover that when we saw you.
You probably heard it.
Yep.
Yeah.
We heard a lot of good stuff from you that night.
Yeah, but I want to tell you, man, the Whitney Houston kind of blew me away. And I can't find it anywhere. And I told Laura, I said, man, I should be recording this. I was like, I should be on Facebook Live with this. And I didn't do it. And I was thinking maybe you had it somewhere on YouTube or something. It's nowhere to be seen. And I think that's one of your best covers,
Well, we'll just
Which
go
one?
to Florida and catch the next one.
I guess.
You have to.
Yeah. Would you ask me which one?
Yeah.
No, the Whitney Houston cover.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm actually going to cover that at some point and post it. So
You should, because you don't mess it up at all. You sing it like I've heard people sing it before. I've even heard people sing it on American Idol, and then everybody's like, "Oh my God, is she trying that song? Oh boy, that's a rough one." But usually
Hard.
like are pitchy in a couple of the spots, like when she hits the real super high notes. But you hit them all, and I was like, "Wow, she's practiced that a lot."
thank you.
All right. So there is one thing I want to ask you too. Your name Godiva. Okay. Is there a story behind that name with your parents when they named you?
Yep.
They like chocolate?
No, not the chocolate.
Would you please educate this man?
Yeah.
I'm Laura. Do you know the story, right?
I do. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Oh.
So again, well, I am named after the historical heroine, Lady Godiva, who rode through the streets naked on a horse to save her people from overtaxation from her husband, who was an evil lord, I believe. And yeah, she was Lady, yeah, duh. And she rode through through the city naked on a horse because he said the only way he was gonna not overtax the people was if she did that. He was doing it to humiliate her, but then all of the people went and shut their doors and went into their houses so that they would respect her, except for Peeping Tom, which is where that came from. So yeah,
Wow, I just
named
learned
after
some
that.
good stuff.
that's who I'm named after.
So Peeping Tom was actually a guy named Tom, that was peeping at Lady Godiva and somebody saw him.
Allegedly.
I like that story though. I'm sticking with it.
Me too.
Okay,
That's
never
the story
mind the woman
What?
she's named after. Had you never heard that story?
I have never heard that story.
Are you serious?
Never heard it.
Never?
Never.
Wow.
It wasn't in school when I was in school 20 years ago.
If nothing else, Godiva, you can leave this show knowing you have educated this man on so much tonight. You would have never known.
That is so funny.
Yeah. Have you got a
Well, I'm
boyfriend?
happy to help.
Have you got a boyfriend?
No.
I've
Single
got
and happy.
I've got a cute 21-year-old son.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Michael.
Yeah. What? He's got a bright future too.
Tell him to follow me on Instagram.
I will. He doesn't even have. I don't know if he has Instagram. Does he? I know he doesn't have Facebook.
I don't think he has any social media, and honestly, I don't blame him. But...
he's got Snapchat. Yeah, I think.
I'm not really looking to date anyone.
You probably
you're
too
busy. Men ruin that. So stay your course.
Yeah. I tried a relationship not too long ago, and I was working nonstop, and that's just it takes a toll, you know. It really does. So I just decided, no, we're gonna just skip that for now.
Oh yeah. And plus, when you're focused on your music, you don't need to worry about focusing on a relationship.
I can't even think about that.
Juggle.
I
Yeah.
mean, until it's time to start songwriting, and you're like, man, I need some material. Let's go get my heart broken. And then
That's great.
I mean, it's kind of true. I mean,
Taylor Swift it.
exactly.
right? I mean, and look, your favorite band, Fleetwood Mac, Stevie Nicks. How many songs did
Exactly.
she write because of her
So
guitarist?
much
Only
respect.
like 3 albums full.
Oh,
I love her.
what's that, Godiva? You got something?
I so much respect for that songwriting.
Oh.
Stevie Nicks.
Oh, you're a Stevie Nicks fan too?
I love her.
Oh yeah. Well, Laura does too.
You did cover a Fleetwood Mac song. I'm trying to remember which one it was. It might have been Dreams, which is just the best of the best. You know, it's gone down in history.
Or Rhiannon. I do Rhiannon as well.
Ooh, I need
that's a
to
good
hear
one.
you sing Rhiannon. That is, of course, one of my favorites. If there's nothing from
Go ahead, sing it.
Fleetwood or
Give us a little
Stevie
bit.
Nicks I don't love.
Put her on the spot.
I would.
Oh my God, she's here to enjoy herself. Don't put her to work.
Oh, well, I'm sure at this point, if you do what you love, you never worked a day in your life. Quote from Letterkenny.
Amen.
Thank you very much.
This poor girl's working her ass off.
Oh, I'm sure there's a lot of work in it.
Just give her a minute.
All right, Godiva. So here's what we're going to do. Here on
What?
Hammered, we have a little competition. This
Yeah.
a music trivia showdown. Okay, so I looked at your YouTube and all the songs you covered. I got a trivia question from each one of them artists. Okay, so you know a little bit about them. I hope.
Okay.
You're going to be going up against Laura. Okay, Laura does not know what these questions are, and the winner simply gets to say they won music trivia on Hammered today.
Ooh.
Fair enough.
Okay. Yes,
All right.
fair. I'm ready.
I'll send you like a sash or something because I don't know how these questions are gonna go. So perfunctory, trophy. You can add it to your trophy wall.
Awesome. Cool.
All right,
Just send me
so
a medal.
we are going to start with our guest, Godiva. This one is based on Queen and Freddie Mercury.
Awesome.
Hope you know a little more than what's that song you covered?
Somebody to love.
Yeah. Okay. As an 8-year-old, Freddie was sent to St. Peter's English boarding school in India. Amongst the many sports that Freddie played here, which one was it that earned him the honor of being school champion at the age of 10? Was it hockey, boxing, table tennis, or sprinting?
I literally read this on Wikipedia. Okay. I know,
So you
in
know
my
it.
heart of hearts that I knew this at one time. I'm going to go with sprinting.
That was actually the one he hated. Yeah, he could not stand that. The correct answer was table tennis. Freddie was a champion.
That was my second option.
Yeah, he was
Oh my goodness.
champion table tennis player. Okay.
That's the second option. I couldn't decide between the two of those.
You second guessed yourself. Well, that was the second option, huh? Yeah.
If it helps, I would have never known. I had no idea.
I'm gonna go with my gut next time, for real.
He played hockey and he boxed, but table tennis is what he excelled at, and sprinting he hated. But he was so skinny, you would think he was a runner, you know?
Ugh. But running is atrocious.
Oh, I hate running too. I was in the Army. That's all we did was run. Then you get old and your knees go bad, so yeah.
Well, thank you for that snippet. We had to hear that.
Okay, Laura, are you ready for your question?
I am.
All right. Carrie Underwood was born in what U.S. state? North Carolina, Oklahoma, Virginia, or Texas?
I'm going Texas.
That is not correct.
Oh.
No. 0-0. She was born in Oklahoma. Did you know that one?
I was thinking Oklahoma.
Yeah, she was born
in... I was thinking Oklahoma too until he said Texas. And I'm like, I'm really leaning toward Texas, but okay.
I thought she was from North Carolina, but maybe she moved. I don't know. Anyway, I was totally off on that one too. All right, Godiva. Question number 3. So far, it's a juggernaut here. We got 0-0. All right, which 2016 movie did Reba use her voice in? Was it Charlotte's Web, Madagascar, Tarzan, or Yogi the Bear?
Madagascar?
That is not right. Sorry. I got some cool sound effects I'm going to play during this.
I'm not a huge movie person, so I don't really know.
Any sound effects, thank you.
The answer was Charlotte's Web. I couldn't tell you who she was in that movie because I've never seen it. But
I would have guessed Madagascar as well.
Yeah, that's the only one that I feel like she would have been like one of those weird animals, like a lemur or something. That would have been funny.
Exactly, and they all sing. Like, I can definitely see her voicing some cute little African animal.
Okay. Speaking of African animals, how does the Bruce Springsteen lyric, "Oh God Save" finish? African animals have nothing to do with it.
Yeah, that's what What are my options?
Which one are you asking?
Oh, this is for Laura. I'm sorry. Okay. Laura, how does the Bruce Springsteen lyric, "Oh God Save" finish? The Circus Queen, the Fire Eater, the Human Cannonball, the Man Beast. I couldn't even tell you what song this is.
Wait, but you like
I think Godiva knows it. What? Do you know this?
All right. Repeat my options, please.
Oh, okay. Oh God Save, what follows that? The Circus Queen, the Fire Eater, the Human Cannonball, or the Man Beast?
I'm going to go with the Circus Queen.
That is not right. Man, I did a great job picking these questions. Okay.
Okay, well, what's the answer?
Now it is the Human Cannonball, and we need to figure out what song that is. Okay, Godiva, here it is. Question 5. Adele's critically acclaimed albums, 19 and 21, were named as such for a specific reason. Can you remember which of these it was? Was it her favorite numbers? They both add up to 40. The amount of millions she had made, or her age at the time of the recording?
Her age at the time of the recording.
We have somebody on the board. Godiva's up 1-0.
Okay, can I have an easy one now?
Okay, well, this one's yours if you get it right. And actually, I forget. I don't even know what the answer is. I got to look it up right quick.
Wow.
I forgot to highlight it. Hold on. This won't take long.
Okay, well, ask me the question. Multitasking.
Okay. Which of the following has Whitney Houston performed a duet with? Madonna, Janet Jackson, Mariah Carey, or Beyonce?
Come on.
Oh, no.
Oh. I think, does Godiva know this one?
Yes.
List my options for me again.
Madonna, Janet Jackson, Mariah Carey, or Beyonce?
I'm going with Madonna.
I'm looking this one up. Hold on.
Wow. All right.
Oh, you know the answer?
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it Madonna?
Mm-mm.
Oh.
Oh.
Just kidding. I strike that. It's Janet Jackson.
It's Mariah Carey.
Oh, shit.
Right.
Mariah Carey.
Mariah Carey. Laura, you do not get that. And with that, Godiva wins.
Yay!
Yes. We don't even have to get to the tiebreaker question, but for extra credit.
But yeah, tell me the tiebreaker.
All right.
Give me a chance.
This is a Florida question. I had it set up for Godiva to win if it was a tie. So let's just see. Well, you lived in Florida too, so you might know it.
Can I have a buzzer? Can this?
Where is the 7 Mile Bridge?
The Florida Keys.
Jesus Christ! Take
I
the
hit my
table in
buzzer.
half.
Sorry.
The Florida Keys. Yeah.
Yes, it is the Florida Keys. Wow. Is that bridge really 7 miles?
It is.
Wow.
And then
It is.
the old 7 Mile Bridge. I think what was the movie? True Lies. They blew it up as part of the movie.
The old one is running right next to the new one, and I don't know if they blew it up for a movie or not. They may have.
Wait, this can answer the question. Do you know who Arnold Schwarzenegger is?
Yes, of course.
Okay. I didn't know. Hey, I didn't know you didn't know a program.
Mike's just here to insult people tonight. I think he's still hurt that you didn't know who Pearl Jam was. I think he's really feeling that.
Well,
No, it is what it is. Like, how about Nirvana? You know who Nirvana is?
yes, I know who Nirvana is.
See, that's weird because she knows who Nirvana is, but she doesn't know Pearl Jam because they're kind of like both from Seattle, both from the same time. Nirvana is definitely a better group, though. It's my favorite band of all time. But so, Godiva, where can we go see you at? What you got coming up for people in Florida? Do you?
For people in Florida, I've got the Thrasher Horn Theater show on April 3rd. I've got some Salt Life dates coming up as well. I've got Mr. Chevy's Wings in Ponte Vedra on the 16th. I've got the show with the Forever Johnny Cash tribute in Alabama as well. I've got Salt Life. I've got a bunch of different things. I've got the Clay County Fair that I'm going to be singing at as well. That's just kind of my April right now.
When you coming to North Carolina? Come on up here.
You guys y'all have to find something for me up there so I can come see you guys.
Oh, no, don't play. I can get you a place. Like,
do it. Yes,
yeah.
I'm down. I drive anywhere.
Mean your garage.
Ooh.
Because he will set you up in his garage and try to call it a show or a venue.
Don't play. My garage is cool as shit. Thank you.
It's getting
Is your
there.
garage cool?
It's under construction.
It's getting there. It's getting there. I'll send you a picture of it when it's completely done. But
definitely. If it's cool, I will literally come up there and have a jam sesh, like a show in the garage if it's cool. So.
All right. Okay. Well, we'll see. Because I do have this thing in September. I started it last year, and I'm going to keep it going. It's called Rock the Pig. So what it is, I have, like, you know what a pig picking is?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like a cookout.
From North Florida. Come on.
You don't know. Some people just call it a regular barbecue. Okay. So you cook a pig on a big cooker and you invite people over. So I did it last year to raise money for someone for a cancer fund, and, sold plates and had live music on my deck.
Oh my God, I'm down.
I got a pretty big deck. So
I am down for that any day. Barbecue and food and music and that kind of jazz. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, it's in September. That's what not Memorial Day, but Labor Day
weekend.
Yeah. So still got a little. I want to turn this into a festival. You just wait. Like, I have it at my house right now, so we'll see how it goes.
Pencil it in.
Yeah. So if anybody wants to get in touch with you, speaking of that, where can they do it? You got Twitter, Instagram, Facebook.
Instagram, you can get in touch with me at Godiva Music. Godiva_music is my Instagram, and my Facebook is Godiva Music as well. The Instagram has the underscore, the Facebook doesn't. And my website is www.bellagodiva.com. So you can check all of that out.
All right, yeah, and if you look on her name tag right there, folks, you'll see all of those listed.
There she is.
Hey.
Hold up. Wait. Put it back up there because you weren't on camera.
There she is.
That's her IG.
There she is.
I have it here too. I have my
Hello.
business card, my cheat sheet for my own social media.
Put that back up there, Godiva, so we can see it again.
It's my business card.
Oh, yeah, I got one of those.
You did.
Oh, yes.
Hi.
Yeah, the guitar. How long did it take you to learn how to play it?
Still learning how to play it.
It's tough, man. I tried. I was going to pick it up.
Tough.
Yeah.
I picked it up summer before last. Started working on it because I needed it for gigs, and I've gotten to the point where I'm good with chords, but I don't know how to do picking yet. So I got to get a little bit more used to that whole aspect of things and get more guitar savvy, if you will.
Yeah. Good luck with that.
Thank you. I need it.
I went YouTube video after YouTube video, and
I taught myself from Google and YouTube. So.
Well, you sounded like you knew what you were doing that night we saw you.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're
Thank
rocking
you.
it.
That's good.
Yeah, good luck to you, and thanks for being on the show.
Thanks for having me. This was so fun.
Yeah, and maybe later on you can come back on. We'll catch back up with you, see what you're up to. Let us know. Yeah, you get that big hit on the radio, and then we'll be like, yep, she was on Hammered.
I was on Hammered, and I won the trivia competition too. So don't
if
forget.
nothing else,
Hands
that
down.
is like your crowning moment of your careers.
Wasn't even close.
One question.
Your sash is in the mail. Hammered trivia winner.
Laura, you got anything else for Godiva?
I don't. I just have to tell you, thank you so much for joining us tonight. It was an absolute pleasure. And it was an undescribable joy to get to listen to you and watch you perform live. And we wish you all the best. You're going to do great things.
Thank you so much. It was so good to be here. Thank you.
All right, folks. And we're going to leave you with another Godiva original. This is Key West. Enjoy. Bye. Thanks again, Godiva.
Thank you so much. Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.
Take me away to your home in Key West, where the sun sets crimson and gold. We'll seats sink there under Mallory Square, where the people never grow cold. Where the moonlight dances with summer romances and water laps at your feet. Where the bleached blonde boys and the sun-kissed girls are the prettiest you'll ever meet. Take me away, I wanna spend my days on the sand with you, hand in hand. Sip my cherry coke straight from the can with you in Key West. Drive the 7-mile bridge stretching over the sea. Watch boats and palms sway in tides and breeze. Had enough of LA and the noise of New York. Florida's calling to me. A party in Miami till mañana calls me to walk on the beach for a while. Just soak in the sunlight and bathe in the beauty. Forget all my cares for the night. Take me away, I wanna spend my days on the sand with you, hand in hand. Sip my cherry coke straight from the can with you in Key West. La in the sun and the sand, go whenever I can, till the moon greets me once again in Key West. My dream of being with you in Key West.